Yay, we broke 30,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to the new subscribers, and especially a big thank you to the folks that have been following us for several years since the very beginning. It means a ton whenever we get an email or a message or a comment that says, hey, I've been following you since even before Path Less Pedaled. That really just blows my mind. So this month actually marks a year anniversary that we've lived here in Missoula. A lot of you guys know Laura took a position with Adventure Cycling as the US Bicycle Routes Coordinator, and that's why we're here now in Montana. And what that's done is it's helped provide us with a little bit of stability. As she's working on that, I'm tasked with basically trying to make an income off of YouTube. And it's tough. It's really tough. So while we've hit 30,000 subscribers, in the grand scheme of things, we're still a pretty small and niche channel. So I think moving on, I've got a big hairy goal of trying to get 100,000 subscribers in a year. Essentially, Laura and I have talked, and I'm gonna give myself one more year to really devote to the YouTube channel and see where I can take it, and hopefully, turn it into at least a second income that can contribute more. Because I love making videos, but there's just life. But basically, just throwing it out there, I'm all in for one more year, trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, trying to figure out a way to actually make this whole YouTube thing work. I don't know, this year's been really hard because we've just had so many life changes. Laura taking the job, what does that mean to us as Path Less Pedaled? And in terms of the YouTube space, I would say this is my value proposition. On one extreme, you have a great YouTube channel like GCN, but primarily road focused, and then you have stuff like Seth's Bike Hacks, BKXC, Single Track Sampler, Pink Bike, which is all on the other side of the spectrum, but not a whole lot in the middle. And that's the gap that we really want to serve. We came up with a goofy name because a lot of you guys suggested it, the Supple Life, which we're using to kind of encompass this middle ground. People that are passionate about bikes, people that are passionate about bike culture, interesting bikes, 650B, gravel bikes, touring bikes, bikepacking bikes. Cycling that's not competitive but focuses on the fun aspects of cycling. And I feel like there is a need for this content, that there's actually a vast majority of people that would be interested, but it's kind of hard to find them or hard for them to find us because it's in the middle. It's not about competing in sports on one end of the spectrum or the other end, and it doesn't have a very good name. And I'm not saying that the Supple Life is the best name for it. It's what percolated up to the top. And I would say another big value proposition is how we talk about bikes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really tired of being spoken down to in a very condescending way. So I'm going to try to, as best as I can, present information as if you're getting it from a friend. I am no bike touring expert, bike packing expert, gravel expert, but I am an enthusiast. I've ridden lots of bikes, I've messed around with lots of things, and can offer some insight that you might be interested in. And I really want to deliver that insight in just like a friendly way, not like a cranky way or like you should do it like this kind of way. So what can you guys expect in the future? Definitely more bike reviews. And I want to touch on one thing that really bothered me on a recent bike review. Someone said, no way your bike reviews can be independent. I've reviewed about 27 bikes on the channel, and I have made $0 from the brands that have sent the bikes over here. Each review takes me about 20 hours to do because I ride the bike multiple times, film the B-roll, then take notes, and then film the talking part and putting it all together and promoting it. So it's a lot of work for $0 from a brand. I feel like it's important because, like you guys, I'm always skeptical of press releases. That's the whole reason I started doing these bike reviews. I was tired of brands just giving me talking points. I really wanted to actually ride and experience a bike for myself and try to communicate it to the best of my ability to you guys. I was also really unhappy with bike reviews I was seeing in Bicycling Magazine or a lot of the more road-oriented magazines. Yes, they'd review a touring bike or a rando bike on occasion, but it was always through the lens of, well, it's not like my super fast carbon road bike. And they weren't really into that type of bike to begin with. Whereas, I'm coming from a commuting, transportation background, touring background, so I can really appreciate the bikes for what they are rather than just constantly comparing them to a road bike. So yes, once again, the bike reviews are independent insofar as they are paying me no money to do it, and it's taking me a crap ton of time to do each one. By virtue of them sending me a bike, I promise you, does not color my opinion of the bike. I definitely appreciate some brands are willing to do that, but to the best of my ability, I treat each bike as a blank slate, write it, and form my opinions on my own. So in addition to the bike reviews, more gear reviews, bag reviews, things you've seen in the past, more bikes and bourbon. In terms of format, it doesn't get the most views compared to our other videos, but it's fun to produce, and the people that love it really, really love it, and we're stoked on that. So as long as Toffer is willing to drink every week with me and nerd out about bikes, I think we'll do more bikes and bourbon. In the winter months, I'm going to be doing more POP talk. I'm toying around with the idea of just a weekly bike opinion piece, maybe talking about current events or current tech and my particular take on them. Also, I've been getting a ton of requests about doing some Patreon stuff. For me, it's a lot of work. I'm already making all these videos for free for the channel. So to do subscriber-specific videos is, I'm not gonna sleep. But I'm open to it, so let me know if we started to do stuff on Patreon, if you guys would feel more comfortable supporting us that way rather than just a PayPal link. For me, PayPal is just the easiest way. Right now, the only kind of Patreon specific video that I think I have bandwidth to create is just kind of like a real talk, behind the scenes, what it's like to kind of run this YouTube channel, what it's like to try to make a living off of this. And I don't know if there's going to be enough interest for that. I'm definitely open to doing that once a week, just sitting down and letting you guys know what's going on behind the scenes and how things are progressing. But I don't know, you tell me. Would you watch something like that? Would you support us? Would you support us via Patreon if that was what we could offer? So that's what we've got. Trying to get to 100,000 subscribers in a year. And I think to reach that, we're really going to need your help. If you have friends that you think might appreciate this channel, definitely share the content with them. I think after just another year of devoting my life to this channel, I gotta evaluate. I can't do this forever if it's not gonna actually be sustainable. So thank you for subscribing. If you're a subscriber, thank you for supporting the channel if you've done so in the past. And I guess buckle up and join us for this kind of road to 100,000 subscribers. And of course, until next time, keep the supple side down.